Yo, what's going on, my clickbait victims? It's your boy Eclihpse here, and today we're going to be going over 7 features that must get added to Fortnite. Now, before we do get on to today's video, please leave a comment down below letting me know which feature you would like added the most, and if you could please leave a like, that would be greatly appreciated, because if this video performs well, there's a chance Epic Games may just see it. Oh, and if you haven't subbed yet, you might as well. Number 1, here we have private lobbies. So at the moment, there are currently custom matches in Fortnite, but these are only available for like the professional players or like the streamers. That way they can like practice amongst other pro players and actually get better at the game. But what I think Fortnite should do is give custom lobbies or just like private matches to every single person, because I'm pretty sure everyone out there would love to play games with friends and just have like really cool settings. Like, what if you were able to adjust your movement speed, your jump height? Maybe you can adjust the rarity of all of the weapons you come across. There's a whole bunch of possibilities for private lobbies, and overall I feel like it would be a great addition. Moving on to number 2 though, this is going to be weapon skins, and I have to give credit where credit is due here, because I actually got this idea from Quebblecop. I'm pretty sure he had somebody make all of these skins for him, so I will have this original tweet in my description below. But first off, we have this golden scar. So let's just break this picture down from the left and work our way all the way to the right. So here we have a level 8 scar. Essentially, as you get kills or as you progress with that weapon, you would unlock more camos and more customization. So the current camo on this scar is the golden camo, and as you can see, it is unlocked at level 8, but there's also kind of a secondary camo, because at the bottom it says matte black. So essentially you have 2 types of camos to customize your weapon. And then moving our way along, this person has 268 kills with their scar. Their weapon is currently level 8 out of 25. And as far as the customization goes, you have your skin, emblem, and effect. I'm not too sure where that galaxy or the Allier skin fall into place, but still, it's cool to see that it's a possibility. And then moving on to the next camo, this is actually the Allier skin, and I'm sure a lot of you have probably seen this in other YouTube videos, so we're not going to stay on it for too long, but essentially, it's like the same thing we just saw, but instead of the golden camo, it's now the Allier skin. And pretty irrelevant, and I'm sure no one cares, but you can name your guns. Pretty cool. Now we're now moving on to number 3, and I feel like this one is probably the most controversial in the video, so please just hear me out. So whenever you're playing Fortnite, you know whenever you open up a chest, there's usually like 3 different types of loot. It's either incredible, okay, or for the most of us, pure shit. So please keep that thought process in mind, because I believe that in Fortnite, we should have 3 different kinds of chests. Now, assuming the loot probability will be the same or even better, I don't really see any reason to not have this. So let's assume we have our 3 chests. This right here is like the basic chest we're all familiar with. If you came across this, you would just get some average loot. But let's say there was a chest that looked super badass, maybe something like this, and if you came across it, it would give you like a gold or something super rare. And then of course we have our chest, which looks ugly and would give us pretty much crap. And now you may be asking yourself, Eclihpse, why would they add this if the loot's the same? Isn't this just like a texture thing? And exactly, I feel like this would be really aesthetically pleasing, because if you came across like that rare chest, you would freak out, you would hype it up to your friends like, yo, check out, I'm about to get something rare, and it would just be a great feeling. Now please keep in mind, I think the loot should still be the same. It's just the looks of the chest would be different. It would be more appealing, and it would be new, so why not? Moving on to number 4 though, I feel like there should be more ways to earn V-Bucks, because in general, most people don't have money to spend on Fortnite, or most people are smart enough not to spend their money on Fortnite. And I feel like if Epic released challenges that allowed players to earn a decent amount of V-Bucks, I'm talking small portions here, like if you wanted to actually buy a skin, it would take some time to save up, but there would be no better feeling than grinding your ass off for V-Bucks and then finally buying a skin. skin, that skin would probably mean more to you than anyone else who plays Fortnite. And again, I feel like I have to repeat myself because some people don't listen and leave stupid comments. I'm not talking about you do one challenge and you can go out and instantly buy a skin. This is probably something that would take weeks to save up for, but eventually you can accumulate enough V-Bucks to buy something. Switching on over to number 5 though, I really wish Fortnite had more voice chat. Like if you're in duos or squads, you can talk to your team, but what if you were able to talk to the randoms in the pregame lobby, or maybe when you die, you have a few seconds to say something to the person who just killed you. Now I'm sure pregame lobbies would be extremely toxic, super loud, and overall really annoying, but if you've ever played like PUBG or H1, you would know people do some pretty hilarious stuff in the pregame lobbies, so I feel like this would be fun to add to Fortnite as well. As far as the death chat goes, I feel like this can be really abused, especially if there's like a streamer or someone and they kill a kid and that person just starts yelling. So maybe have a time limit on the death chat, but just picture how entertaining this would actually be for like funny moment channels, or if you're watching a streamer and they're just wrecking everyone. I personally feel like a death chat is much needed. Moving on to number 6 though, this is going to be kill cams. Pretty simple and pretty similar to Call of Duty. I feel like just seeing how you died provides so much insight to the game, because there's sometimes you're just playing casually and the next thing you know, you just get dropped, you're dead, you have no idea what happened, and you have nothing else to do but to go and watch the replay of that game. So if we had kill cams, it would completely eliminate that step, and I'm sure everyone out there wouldn't complain if Epic actually added kill cams. In fact, I'm pretty sure everyone would be really excited for that. And it's now time for number 7, aka the final thing for today's video, and that is more weapon slots. Okay, the real number 7. So as you all know, the guided missile was super overpowered, and in fact, it was so good, Epic actually removed it from Fortnite. So I feel like, you know, since they added this and took it out, we should have a replacement for the guided missile. So just 2 suggestions that have been floating around the community for so long. Number 1, the flamethrower, and number 2, the jetpack. So my theory about the flamethrower is that let's say you light a wooden structure on fire, the fire would eventually spread until all the wood is destroyed. This would encourage players to use some other materials for building, and we may actually see something else instead of wood. Who knows? Maybe brick? Maybe steel? It'd be different. And as far as the jetpack goes, my idea of this is probably way different than everyone else's. I don't feel like the jetpack should allow you to just fly around and just absolutely murk everyone. Firstly, if there was a jetpack, I feel like it should have gas or some sort of cooldown. That way it's not like you're just flying around. But let's think of the jetpack in a different way. So instead of flying around and just blasting people, what if it was something where you would use it, it would launch you in the air, then you would land on the ground. You would wait a bit, you would use it, it would just launch you in the air a little bit and put you back on the ground. I'm not talking about shooting you into space or anything like that, just a little bit of a boost. Think about it this way, let's say you're about to fall, you can boost up from the ground, avoid taking fall damage, you can boost yourself into forts, and overall, I feel like this would just be super awesome and super helpful. Now guys, that concludes it for my list of 7 things that should get added to Fortnite. This has been Eclihpse, hopefully you all enjoyed, and peace out.